Hello, welcome back. Today we are gonna discuss about the Auth.js version 5 and Next.js 15. Okay, so this is the latest version. It's still beta, but Next.js 15 is stable. So first of all, see the finished product. So what we are gonna make today. So this is my finished product. So I am signing out and I'm signing in by GitHub. So whenever I sign in with GitHub, so it's navigating me to the dashboard. Okay, so this image and this name is coming from GitHub. You see, this is my image and this is my name. So it's not coming from anywhere other than GitHub. So it's not from local, not from database. So it's directly coming from the GitHub. Okay, this is my image and this is my, and I will see you the code and you will get the code, GitHub code from here. So this is my GitHub code. You will get the full code. So if you like the video and GitHub code, please give it a star. Okay, so this is my image, and so if I log out, I cannot navigate to the dashboard, so no content is there. So I am using session over here. I'm showing you the code. So we will do it from scratch. Okay, don't worry. This is my finished product. That doesn't mean that I will give you the finished version. I will make it from scratch in front of you, so you can understand it quite easily and in a pretty better way. So if I sign in through GitHub, you will get my image and it's coming from GitHub and my name. Okay, and if you go to the dashboard and home page, this is home page, this is dashboard page, and I can sign out. So I will follow along the Auth.js documentation. Okay, so let's start it from scratch. Okay, so for that I am stopping my previous code server and creating a project from scratch. So Next.js 15 docs installation. So create. So I'm creating the latest and I will get the Next.js 15 as it is stable. So give it a name. So I'll give it a name. Okay, Next.js 15 Auth.js 5. Okay, Typescript yes, ESLint yes, tailwind yes, source directory yes, app router yes, turbo pack yes, import alias yes. I will show everything yes. So I wanna work with the latest features and latest recommendations. Okay, so it will take a little bit of time, and upon completion we are pretty good to go. Okay, so before that, this is the finished product. It will not work as I stop the server. So I will follow the documentation. You see it's still beta. It's still beta, and we'll follow all the instructions given over here. So it will be very easy. Okay, we are done. So there's a Next.js 15 version 5. So I am getting the code in different window of Next.js. So I am, first of all, I am removing some unnecessary codes from page. You see this is div. This is home page. Okay, okay, and trying to implement some tailwind class to ascertain whether tailwind is working or not. Say text red, let's see, and go to the terminal, npm run dev. So if you are opening a new window, so tailwind is working and everything is working. So I will just follow my GitHub. You will follow my GitHub page. Okay. So if I try to build a style, not functionality, it will take little bit of time. So that's why I am taking the code from here. This is for merely the style, tailwind style, nothing else. So in the page, app page, so take the style from here, and page, take the style. Okay, this is home page. Yeah, this is home page. Afterwards, I wanna create a navigation bar, top bar. Okay, top navigation bar. So go for that, and I need to create. This is top nav. I am taking the codes from here. Okay, so create a components, and inside that create a top nav dot tsx, and paste the code over here. So here is the session. As I have not start working on it, so I'm removing it. No worries, I will show you from scratch. Okay, so we have no session right now, so I am removing it. We'll bring it later. So let's see what we are getting. Oh yeah, I need to bring these things in the layout. As you know, layout. If not, I have so see my previous video. I will discuss detail about the layout. Top nav. Is it top nav? Components. Top nav. Yes, top nav. So why it's not suggesting? Something wrong. Components top nav. What's his name? Navbar. Oh, it's navbar. So I am changing name top nav. Top nav. Export detail top nav. Okay. This time I am excuse me. This time I am getting top nav. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we are getting the top nav. We have the sign in, not and dashboard. So now create a page dashboard. Okay, inside app, create a page dashboard, and inside that get a page .tsx. So this is dashboard page. So I am bringing the code from here, dashboard page for style. Okay, so this is dashboard. As we have no session right now, I am removing it. I'm removing session. I'm removing session. And I'm removing this session from here. Okay, I hope we are good to go. Valid image report png receipt text extend. Let's see. So dashboard page images. Oh, I have no image over here. Public image folder. So I'm taking an image from Google, say placeholder image. Placeholder image png. Okay. I am taking it. Save image as where I wanna save. This one inside public, I'm creating a folder, images, and inside that okay, I hope I am getting images. Okay, so this is the placeholder image. So images, so I have to define the path. Dashboard images.png. Let's see. Yeah, we are getting the placeholder image. Okay, so we are good to go. Now we have to bring the functionality. So this is dashboard page, this is home page. Okay, this is dashboard page, and if I click logo, so sign in, sign up. So later we will do like that way. If I log in, no need to show the sign in button. We like that way. I am showing you the code also again. Go to components, top nav, sign in. Okay, so if you have the session, then sign out, otherwise sign in. I will show it later. Conditional rendering. Before that, I need another page, and that is sign in. Okay, right now sign in, we have no page. Okay, so let's do that. So what we have done over here, inside auth login page. Okay, and before that sign in. So I am creating a component over here. So inside component, sign in .tsx. So it has the session, from I am removing the from, just keeping the button. Okay, so and now I need to create a page, I mean sign in. Okay, components dashboard sign in. Okay, inside that I need a page tsx. Okay, and inside sign in I need to have component, I mean sign in. Let's see. Let's see sign in. Okay, so inside sign in we have different navigation. So go to the component sign in, top nav. So it has auth login. It should be sign in, merely sign in. Sign in. Okay, Sign in with GitHub. Okay, so dashboard, sign in with GitHub. But sign in. But there is a style over button, I think. No need to withhold. Okay, so we are pretty good to go. Okay, so we have the dashboard. Don't worry, this is merely the styling of this web page. I have not bring any functionality over here. So we have dashboard, we have sign in, we have home page, sign in and sign in with GitHub. Okay, navigating to the home page, sign in page. So now we are pretty good to go, and now it's time to create the Next-auth. Okay, or Auth.js. So Auth.js is version 5. Its new name is Auth.js, but previously its name was Next-auth. You see, so you can upgrade it from version 4. Now it's version 5, but still it is better. So download it first. No worries, we will follow along the instructions from the documentation. So it will be very easy to follow along. So I am on Next.auth beta, then I need to have the secret. So I am following step-by-step guideline. So you see there is no env file I have right now, no env file in the root folder, but when I wanna create the secret, they will give me automatically an env file. You see, still now no env file, env.local, no env.local. Let's see what will happen. They will give me an env file. You see, in the root folder, they're giving me an env file, .env.local, and they are automatically, I did nothing. I just run the code. They're automatically giving us the auth secret and .env.local. Okay. So next, what I need to do, I need to start creating Auth.js in the root. So in the root, I need to create. So where is the root? This is the root. I need to create a folder auth.ts because it is Typescript project ts. Okay, and bring the code. So match it with our previous project. You see, this is auth GitHub. So I am taking the code from here to match it, whether it is fully matched or not. Let's see. So what it does not have. So we just only need GitHub, nothing else. GitHub. Okay. And GitHub from next GitHub. Okay, done. So I will show you from where I'm getting it. So let's see, and what we need. So if we come to the authentication auth, if you go to the GitHub, you see this is GitHub. You see this code I have just given over here. Same code. I have taken it from the. You see, you can match it. Same code I have given over here. So I have taken it from the documentation, nothing else. So go to the installation. So now what we need, we have to create this Next-auth. Okay, app API auth. Okay, app then auth, then Next-auth roots. Okay, Next-auth, then .ts. Okay, you have to follow the convention. Next-auth root ts, and inside that you have to give this code. So I need to restart the server, or let's see, npm run dev. If not, I am closing the code and opening the code once again. Let's see. If not, we have to configure the next tsconfig file. Let's see whether error is still there. So it means that we cannot auth, so it's maybe it's not getting the folder or roots. Okay, so we need to configure the tsconfig. Basically what is happening over here, you see, if you go to the next config, you have to follow the path. So path should be inside source, but right now we have auth inside our root folder, but it should be, so you can do over here, if you remove the source it will work, but as we have .source folder, so you should bring the auth to the source folder, inside source folder, then the problem will be solved. So still not showing the problem. No worries, I'm restarting the server, or removing the server and open it once again. This time I think it will work. Let's see. If not work, we will fix it. We should not be scared about that. So there is no problem over here, is because you have to follow the, for perfect code you have to follow the path. If it is inside source, you have to give it inside source, but if you don't use source, you can give it to the root other than source. Okay, so right now we have no error over here. So now go for the next middleware. We are not using middleware right now. Now go to the GitHub. Okay, and inside GitHub, in the local file, we need two secrets. So they are automatically giving us this file, and we need two secrets over here. And this is the big question. So if you want to authenticate through GitHub, from where you will get this GitHub ID and GitHub secret. So I'm showing you, follow these steps. So if you go to the GitHub, and you need to go to the settings, and you need to go to the developer setting. Okay, and create new GitHub app. I have already, so I am not showing you from scratch. So you have to authenticate. Okay, so you have to give it a name, anything name, and homepage URL. So you should give the homepage URL. This is your homepage URL, and callback URL is very important. You have to give this callback URL. Okay, so this is very important. Okay, remember it. You have to give it. I think they have give you the guideline. In anywhere you can get it. So I am finding a new tab and search for callback URL. Callback URL. You see, this is the callback URL. This is the callback URL. API auth callback GitHub. You have to give it over here. API auth callback GitHub. Okay. Excuse me. So this is the callback URL, and if you do it, you no need active. If you create GitHub app, they will give you the secret and ID. Secret and I mean secret and GitHub secret, GitHub ID and GitHub secret. So I am not showing mine, but if you do it, if you do follow the instruction, but don't forget to give it properly. Okay, you have to give callback URL and home page URL exactly what I am providing, or you can copy and paste over from here. Okay, so if you give it, so they will give you ID and secret. Then you have to place it over here, otherwise it will not work. So I am providing my own, and as it is secret, so I'm not showing you, but you can add your own. So I have placed my own ID and secret. Now what we need to do, so this is the URL. Callback URL was here. I have searched. No, it was not needed. What, and I have done it, and sign in button. Okay, so now it's time to create the sign in button component sign in, and I think we have already sign in button and sign in button. Let's see, we have done it or not. I mean component sign in. Components sign in. Yeah, so as it is same, so I am taking it from my components, my GitHub sign in. Yeah, sign in, so it will come with style. Okay, and along with that, this is exactly same. Other than style, you will get exactly same of this portion. I have the from use server GitHub, as it is server component. You have to use server and sign in GitHub. Okay. Okay, let's see. My code is similar with it or not. Where is my code? GitHub code. Okay. So we have the server. This is the form. So this is exactly, other than the more thing over here is that tailwind style, nothing else. Okay, so I am taking the exact code over here and in the sign in. I'm keeping it, commenting it, and give it the new one. So let's see. Dashboard sign in is not server. No, server is not. Server is down. npm run dev. So let's see. Yeah. So sign in with GitHub. So I am getting sign in with GitHub. So let's see what we have to do. So if sign in with GitHub, what will happen? So right now we have the session, so we can use it. We have signed in, and let's see for the session. You see the session management and log out. You see, get the session, sign in and sign out. And for sign out, you have to use the form, and over here, and this is sign in, sign out. So get session, you can use the session. So in the dashboard, so let's go to the dashboard. You see, we have the dashboard over here. And before sign in, let's see, sign in. Where is the sign in? Sign in. We are bringing it to the dashboard. Let's see it's working or not. So if we sign in through GitHub, it's moving us to the dashboard. But inside dashboard, as we have not configured it, so go to the dashboard. So that's why our image is not showing. So dashboard page.tsx. So I am taking the session. So inside dashboard, I am removing it and giving my previous code. So you can get the code from my GitHub page. If you like the code, give it a star. Please don't forget it. Okay, let's see. Avatar. Okay, you have to recognize the code, this path. So I have it over here in the ts config or next config. I mean next config, where they are guiding you. Next image host name avatar in the next config. Okay, so go to the next config, next config, next config. You have to give this path domain. Okay, so I am taking the code next config. Okay, I'm commenting this out, and so this time the error will not be here. Okay, so boom, we are getting our image. Not only that, we can dashboard, we can get our name. So before that, I want to see what we have in the session. So console.log session. So what we have in the session, let's see. We have the user name and user image. And interesting thing is that it's coming from your GitHub, not from localhost, not from backend server, not from database. It's directly coming from the, if you do follow along this tutorial, you will see your which IP or secrets is GitHub secret is using. Its name and image will go from here. Okay, so I am getting my image from my GitHub directly. This is my image and this is my name. I'm showing you the name right now. So this is the div. So after that, if I give my name, so my name is, we need session, and you have to give session.user.name. Okay, session.user.name. So I hope you will get the name. So my name is WebShakil and it's coming from GitHub. You see my GitHub web name, WebShakil. Okay, so it will get it from the GitHub. So now what we need to do, we are done up to that place. So we are getting our session image and client, and now sign out. So I want to sign out conditionally. Okay, so conditionally means that if I log in, I need to show my image over here, and this button will not be here, as I am already signed in. So this is useless to have the sign in button once again here. So instead sign in, it will be sign out. So I have the code for that, for conditional rendering. So if you go to the top nav, so here is the code. As I have the session, so it will not give, will just go give the nav over here. So top nav, just replace the nav. And we need sign out session. We need to bring session over here. Okay, no worries. Session means I need to bring session. Where is the session? This is the session. So I need to bring session, and I need to bring auth and sign out. Okay, done. So there is no error over here. You boom, boom. As we are logged in, so we are getting sign out, not sign in. If I sign out, I am getting sign in. You see, it's conditional rendering. So I am not getting any content of my dashboard over here. So this is my home page. This is home page. This is dashboard. I cannot go as I am not logged in. So if I log in, if I sign in, oh, there is an error as I have copied and paste. So the route is now sign in. Okay, no problem. Sign in, sign in. So if I sign in, yeah, I'm getting my name from GitHub and my image from GitHub. Both are coming from GitHub. This is my web Shakil, this is my name, and this is my GitHub image. Okay. So if I can go to the, as I am login, so I can go to the dashboard. This is my home page. I am showing my, I am getting my image. If I logged out, I'm not getting any image. I cannot go to the dashboard. So if I log in once again, it is still sign in. Why it's creating problem? Sign in dashboard, sign in. Dashboard, sign out, sign in. Still, maybe I have not saved. Sign out, sign in. Let's check once again. Sign in. Yeah, I'm getting GitHub. So I'm getting my image in the my top nav and my dashboard. If I sign out, I cannot navigate to the dashboard, but I can go to the home page. Still auth.login. Why? Let's see. Where is the code? .login. Excuse me. So there is no place of auth.login, but from where it is coming. So I am restarting or opening the server once again. Maybe it's not saving properly. So let's go to my top nav once again. Let's sign in and restarting my server npm run dev. Okay, my previous server is open. No. So sign in. Yes, it's signing. I'm logging through GitHub. I'm getting everything as expected. My name, my image. If I wanna go to dashboard, I can navigate in between dashboard and home. I can sign out. So if I sign in, yeah. Previously it was not saved properly. That's why when I restart the server, Sometimes it will create problem. Then what do you need to do? Restart the server or close the VS Code and open it once again. I think problem will be solved. So right now it's working just fine. Boom. So authorize. I'm authorizing. Yeah. So dashboard home page. I'm going to the dashboard. I am getting my name and image from my GitHub. I can sign out. I can sign in once again. I can sign in through GitHub. I'm getting my expected outputs. Sign in. So it's working. And I think there is no console error over here. Let's see. Console. Yeah, I'm getting my session. Still no console log. Some console log is here. Console log in the page dot. So I am removing it. No need at all. So if I refresh it once again, sign out, sign in, open it with GitHub, dashboard, home, dashboard, my web Shakil, sign out. Okay, so everything is working. I cannot getting the content of dashboard as there for this code. You see in the dashboard, go to the dashboard. If you see, if no session, it will return null. So if I stop it, you'll see the content. And it should be optional chaining. Path is changed, so it should be image and images. Not only that, in the top nav, it should be images as I have copied, so my path is not exact what they are expecting. So if I stop the session, you will get the default image. Okay, so if I sign in once again, I will get my image. I can go to the dashboard. I can go to the home page, dashboard. If I sign out, I am getting the default image. You see. So previously, and there is the console error over here. There is a little bit error, but it's not a big deal. Or they are suggesting us to hide auto and height and width auto. So it's not a big deal. It's not red. That doesn't mean that you have to solve it immediately. You can solve it later. So our main functionality is working. So I am showing you once again. My name is blank. So if I sign in, go to GitHub, and I am getting everything. Sign out. I'm getting the default image. So no more today. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And this is my GitHub page. You can get the code from here and give it a star. And if you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned, stay connected. Thank you very much. See you soon. A little bit announcement. You can get a tremendous and superb course. This is my course. MERN stack, Typescript, e-commerce, Docker, RTKquery, and along with deploy. It's a nice and huge course. So its price is $44, but I can give you for my students, I can give it only $9. Okay, so it will last for 5 days, but it will get, you will get $9. If the course is needed, you can contact with me, just $9.99. Okay, so it's a super course, tremendous course. So you will able to learn a lot of things. You will get TypeScript, e-commerce, Docker, RTK query and deployment. So it is built on React 9.18, Node.js 20, and role-based automatic redirect. So I will give the discount link and coupon code and course link in the description box. You can come and check, and don't hesitate to grab the course. Thank you very much. So welcome back. In the previous video, we have created this login with sign up. Okay, now login with GitHub credentials, and we have bit more today. So today we are going to add MongoDB to our Next.js 15 app. Along with that, we will create a new user and say store our data to the MongoDB database. Along with that, we will connect RTK query Redux toolkit with our database. You see, this data is coming through RTK query, and you see it's in the RTK query. You will get the data from the RTK query. Get user data. You see Russell, name Russell. Okay, so this is RTK query. Along with that, so we can sign out, we can sign up. So I'm creating any new user, say Michael. So you will get the data over here and the RTK query also. So we are getting my, and along with that, we are getting our data to the RTK query. Okay, come over here, API queries, get users data. You see, okay, dashboard. Let's go to the sign in. We'll get our data in the RTK query, and along with that here, Michael. Let's see, queries, get users data. You see Michael is here. You see this is Michael. Okay, so all our data is storing in a table and RTK query and along with MongoDB database. So we are going to add lot of things with Next.js 15, and as you know, to add RTK query with Next.js 15 is pretty tricky. It's pretty tough also, because in the previously it was easy, but it conflicts with server component and client component. So you have to do it in a bit tricky way, and no worries, you will get all of the code used in my today's video. You'll get in this repo. I will provide the link in the description box. Okay, so if you like it, give it a star. Okay, so for that, what we need, I am showing you step by step, and it's a lot of code. It's really tough to synchronize. That's why I'm showing you, and you will get the code in my repo. Okay, so first of all, you have to create lib and mongodb ts. Okay, so this is the mongodb connection string, and you know where you from where you will get the connection string. You have to come over here, say atlas source backup database cluster. So you'll get the connection from here. This is the connection string, this is the connection string. Okay, you have to provide your password and your database name. Okay, this is the connection string, and from where you will get the password, database access. Yeah, you can edit your password over here, edit you can provide your password over here. So it's very user friendly, not very tough. Okay, so first of all, what you need a, MongoDB connection string. So this is my connection string, and MongoDB username, password, and database name is coming from env code. You will get all the code other than env file. Okay, so this is very easy. And afterwards, you have to create a model. Its name is user. Okay, so this is the model. I have name, email, password, and role. So if I sign out, sign up. So name, email, password, and by default role it will save in the database, but it will not. Role is by default user. Okay. Okay. And what you need user. Okay, this is user. So you have the user. Now you have to create a page and API for that. So sign up page. This is sign up page, and this is the sign up page. And you have to create the API call from here. So API call means this is use register mutation. So can you understand that where from is coming? It's coming from Redux. So you have to configure the Redux first. So this is the Redux. Yeah, this is the boilerplate code. You have to give the store code. This is the store code. You will get the code in my repo, and user API. Okay, so this is the user API. This is our URL, and this is a get request, and another is post request. So along with API, you will register, and another one is get request. Okay, so this is very simple. We'll get the code. Now come to, but not only providing the Redux, you have to connect it with your app. So to connect it, you have to go to the app components lib Redux in the app and layout. Okay, so inside, this is very tricky. So inside the layout, you have to do it in bit tricky way. So you cannot connect it your Redux toolkit provider directly over here. For that, you have to create another components. So client provider, you see in the components there is a client provider. So you have to provide a client provider, and inside the client provider, you will, this is your connection, a Redux connection string, and connecting Redux, you have to wrap your app by provider. Otherwise, if you do, you can do it directly in the layout, but if you do it directly, it will conflict, because layout is a server component, purely server component, but your Redux toolkit is a client component, so it will conflict. That's why you have to bring it from the another, from components, but another file which is dedicated client component. Okay, you see this is client component, but layout is a server component. So if you give server component and client component in same file, it will conflict, it will throw error, your app will not run, it will conflict. That's why you have to bring from separate file. This is very important, very important. And you have to handle session in a bit tricky way. You see this is the session. You see the session, we are getting my username, excuse me, and image. So you have to do it in a very tricky way. So in the server component, you have to write the session, and you have to send the session through as a prof. Okay, the client provider, and from the client provider, you have to provide as a profs in the navbar. So if you don't do it in a tricky way, it will conflict. You can try using it direct session. So in the layout, you can use the session other than props directly. So it will create problem. So in the session, you will get that session from navbar and session from layout. You see session from layout. So you have to do it in a tricky way, otherwise it will create problems. So I am removing the console log. Okay, then you have to provide the navbar from the client provider. From here, you have to provide it to the navbar. So in the navbar, you have to provide the session. So if we have the session, I mean user is logged in, then we will hide out the sign out button. We will show the sign in, the sign out. There is no button named signed out. Only sign in and sign up is here. If you logged in, it means it has the session. Right now it has the session. But if I log out, session becomes null. You see, session becomes null. That's why we are not getting any sign out button. Okay, but when we sign in, we'll get these two buttons will be erase out or hide out, and sign out will pop up. Okay, right now we have the session, user and image. Okay, so I hope that makes sense and you are pretty good to go, and you have understood everything. So in the navbar, if you don't bring the session by props, it will conflict. You can use it, try it and use it. Through trial and error, you will be able to learn. So when you bring this session through props, it will not conflict. So I'm removing. No console log is needed right now. So in the sign up, let's create a API, and this is register. So this is responsible for creating this is the API. Okay, this is responsible register. This is responsible for saving our data to the database. Okay, and we have used it over here. You see, auth login registers, sign up. We have used it, or I'll show you in the API. This is API. Okay, so this is the register. So it will go to the next public. So next public API is like that. So I am not showing you the env file, but env file, it is like that. Equal to API, and not only that, you have to give it like that register. Okay, so if you provide like that way, it will act as your API. Okay, I'm commenting over here. So this is the API. This is API for registering users. Okay, so another one is getting. Okay, getting the, so URL is registered, but there is no URL over here. So how you can get the user? Query user data user. So here is the user app login register API auth no auth users. This is the users. So how you can get the users? By you need to give db connect and find the all users. Okay, and send it as a response. So you can use the postman also. Say I'm showing you, sorry, this is not the postman. Postman. So it's taking a little bit of time to load. Where it has gone? Postman. Okay, so if you come over here and do it like that in the Redux. So HTTP localhost register, or what's his name, users. So HTTP localhost not registered API users. So this is get request. You see, this is get request. This is get request. Okay, get users. So if you do it, you will get all the users. You see, all the users are here. This is Michael. This is Russell, Amy. So this code is responsible for retrieving all the users, and this code is responsible for creating new users. Excuse me. So I hope that makes sense. So we are getting users from by this code db connect. It will find all the users. User find means it will find all the users. Okay, so you can understand the client provider. We're wrapping. If you don't do it, Redux will not work. You have to provide it by the provider. So you can get the Redux toolkit, Redux toolkit Typescript. You will get the documentation and you have to install it. So you will get all the codes and description from here. I am using the same. Okay, and getting started, you have to install it. You have to install npm install Redux, Redux toolkit, and React Redux. These two packages must be installed, otherwise it will not work. Okay, so our MongoDB is connected, and I have shown you how. No worries, you will get the code, and I have shown you how you connect with Redux toolkit, and I have shown you some tricks how you can avoid conflict, not to conflict with the server component and client component. Okay, so for avoiding conflict, what we have done, we use profs. As we are sending session as a profs, otherwise it will conflict. You can use it and you will get the logics of my speaking, so it will conflict. Okay, and along with that, you have to wrap your layout by client provider. If you provide direct provider over here, it will conflict because Redux toolkit is a client component. I am showing you once again client provider. This is the client. This is client component, and layout is server component by default. Okay, so it will create conflict. So I hope that will make sense. And in the database, and another thing I want to show you, that is API users. So you have to, so for use get user query. Okay, so I have a video previously I have shown you when you will use user mutation and user query. So this is query to retrieve all the users. This is user mutation for creating new users, and you have to call it. If you come over here and sign up, this is the sign up. You see I have used it. You see I have used it. Use register mutation. Use register mutation. Okay, so this API will be responsible to collect to after collecting the data will be collected and it will be saved in the form data. I hope you understand the use state, how it is working. So set form data will collect, update the form data, and finally form data will be go to the MongoDB through this use register mutation. From where I am getting the use register mutation, this is use register mutation. This is from Redux, okay, Redux toolkit. Okay, so as you are seasoned React developer, so I think that will make sense and you will understand everything. If not, if you have any confusion, let me know. I'll make you understand. So I am saying once again what I am doing. I'm collecting the data from here. You see, dashboard. Where is loading? Is my server is not running? Yeah. So I am collecting the data, sign up, name, email, and password. I'm collecting the data from here. This is name. This is user name, email, and this is password. So I'm collecting the data and storing it in form data. Okay. So afterwards, so all data is in the form data. You can see if you console log or form after form, visit user data, form data. You can use server action form data. Let's see what we will get. You see name, email, and password. So all data will be here. So I am trying to this. You see test. So I am collecting all the data. You see, so it's updating. Excuse me. So if I register it, it will go to the MongoDB through RTK query. So I am collecting the data, I am removing it and sending it through use register mutation. This is RTK query. So use register mutation. So if you wanna learn more about RTK query and validation caching, I have a Udemy course. You can follow it. I will give the description in the description box. I have a nice and use mammoth Udemy course with Typescript, RTKquery, e-commerce site. So I have discussed RTKquery bit detail over there. You can purchase the course. Okay. So this is all about and top nav. I'm using session. I'm bringing the session as a props, and if we have the session, we will show sign out button. If no session, we'll show sign in and sign up. Okay. So I think this is all about from my side how I connected data in the database, how database is saved through RTK query and MongoDB, connected MongoDB, connecting Redux toolkit, I mean RTK query. I have shown you the boilerplate codes. I have shown you how to handle everything. Okay, so this is our finished product. You can register new user. Part Gmail or to Gmail, sorry. So to sign up, go to the dashboard. Test2. So you are getting test2 in the table in the RTK query. You have to have this Chrome extension downloaded, otherwise you will not get it. Data, and that is test2. Okay. And not only that, I am showing it in the dashboard. So dashboard, go to the dashboard, you see. So I am getting the data, user table, okay. I'm showing the user table. So how I am getting the data, you see, from the RTK query, use get user query, okay. So I am retrieving the data. Inside the data, you will get everything. You can console log, or you can beside the table you can see, say p. Mhm. Users, its name is users. Yeah, users. So you will get it. So you will get the data from RTK query. Let's see. You see all the data is here. Pre now for now. Okay, so all the data is here. So how can you synchronize? Can you correlate how things are happening? This is Redux toolkit. So I have a API over here. This API is connected the users with users. So, okay, this is the users localhost 3000 got users. I have shown you in the GitHub. This is the in the Postman. Okay, so this is users by this use get user query. So I am getting you get all the data in the users, and I am showing it in the table. So you see inside the data what we are getting ID, name, email, and password. So how I am showing, this is user dashboard user.name. You see, if user, I will mapping it, and I'm showing the user.name, user.email, user.password. Okay, so user.name, user.email, user.password. So this is all about. I hope you got all the points. How I am connecting MongoDB and RTK query with your Next.js 15 app, not Next.js 14. So it's a bit tricky. I am saying once again, it's a bit tricky. So you, from your side, try to connect it in the traditional way. If it conflicts, then come to my tutorial, and if it creates problem, you can get the GitHub code. Okay, you'll get the GitHub code from here. So I am committing the GitHub code. Excuse me. So you'll get all the code. Okay. So I hope that will make sense, and I'm sure you are good to go and you have understood everything. If not, let me know. I will create a explanatory video once again. So see you soon. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned, stay connected. Thank you very much.